Hi, I'm Cyaneink, and in this video I'm gonna show you my fountain pens. Here is all my, well, almost working condition fountain pens. I have some spare parts in other places, but these are what I mainly use. Let's start here with the modern ones. I have a Twisby 580 Diamond, and this is one of my favorite and I use this a lot. This has extra fine nib. I often use Sailor Kiwakuro in this, which is pigment-based ink, and I use it in this pen because this pen is easy to disassemble, so I can clean it thoroughly if it dries out. And then I have Twisby Eco in lime green, and this has quite special nib. I doubt my camera will focus, but this is needlepoint. I ordered this custom print for this. The original nib was extra fine and it was really bad. I didn't like it at all, so I decided to order custom nib for this. And this is also disassemblable, and I use platinum carbon in this, which is also pigment-based ink. Then we have my first fountain pen, which is Parker Urban. This has really small nib. Actually, this is normal size nib, but it's quite. It is normal size nib, but it is inside this section thing. And this is one of my two cartridge converter pens, and I use converter here. And this is also metal pen, so it's quite heavy, but I still like it. I think it looks nice because it is all black. Then we have Lamy Safari. This is a limited edition, and I bought this because I really like this color. And this is also with converter. I don't use cartridges because I have so many bottled inks that I want to use them. And this is just standard Lamy Safari. And there are all my modern pens. Now we get to the interesting pens. I start with this one. This is Lamy, vintage Lamy Panther, and this has like semi-hooded nib, which is gold. And this is piston filler. I bought most of my pens from auction site, and when they after arrive for me they are really bad condition and I restore them. Then my Harrows, and these have really beautiful finish, and I'm not sure will the camera pick it up, but it's like this green black plastic thing. And this is Harrow number 1, and as you can see here, this is lever filler, so there is a sack inside this pen that will fill up when I push this lever up. And for this pen especially, it have glass nib, but this nib is broken. The tip is like really chipped, but I have replacement tips for this. I haven't changed them yet. And this pen is, I think this is oldest in my collection. 80 years old, something. This is Harrow. Harrow from same maker, and this is too glass nipped. And this nib has also chip, but I sanded it better, but I think I still will change nib for this. And here you see these brown ends, and I think these are hard rubber and they should be black, but hard rubber has this tendency to discolor. And this is piston filler, so when you turn this piston up, there will be piston here. And I'm not sure how old this pen is, but it's really nice, and I like because it's colored. It likes this marble silvery color, and it has silver trims, which I really like. And I don't mind that the hard rubber is discolored. I find it still quite attractive. Then let's go to my Pelikans. This is Pelikan M100, also known as Stormtrooper, because it's black and white. I bought this from other collector, and this arrived me in perfect condition, and it has its own box and things like that. It's really in good condition. It has fine nib, and this one has purple ink in it, and I really like this. This was one of those more modern pens that I wanted. It is from 80s, I think. Then we have Pelikan 140 in blue. This pen has this like really dark navy blue, so when I have nothing to compare, this look like black, but next to other pens it look clearly blue. And there is engraving on the pen. I don't really mind engravings. And I think that this has medium nib, and of course this has gold nib, like almost all in my vintage pens. There is other Pelikan 140. This was one of my first vintage pens, and I bought this in working condition from collector. And here is two Pelikan Ibis. I don't know, Ibis 130. And these are like a little older than those Pelikans. I think Pelikans are from the 50s or 60s, and these are a little older. But these have the same kind of nib than those Pelikans. I don't know why, but this pen should have different kind of nibs, but I think I just happen to have these later models that has new nib. And this is working condition, and it spills ink on its nib sometimes. And of course this is piston filler like most of my pens. And here is other Ibis. Sadly this one currently don't work. Piston moves, you can see it here in window, but it isn't really sealing up. And let's go next for these Parker pens. I don't have many Parker pens because I'm not so interested about them, but here is, well, this isn't fountain pen, this is pencil. And it's Parker Vacuumatic, and it's really weird thing that this says made in Canada, because I live in Finland. I bought this pen from Finnish seller, so it's quite funny that it's ended here all the way to the Canada. And here there is eraser, and when I pull this out, there is replacement LEDs. I don't know why, but this pen has like many LEDs still inside, so maybe someone who owns this didn't use it much. And this works like turning this part. It retracts the LED. Then we have Parker Lady. And this is really small fountain pen, quite modern one. And it has really this fully hooded nib that you can only see like tip of it. And I think this has gold nib. And this filling mechanism is this, I don't remember what his name is, but this sack that you compress. And this works okay, but it really needs a new sack. It's quite worn out. Then we have Parker Duofold. This is the Danish one, so it's the European one. It has gold nib, and this one should be a sack in here, but I'm already cleaned this out and waiting to get new sack for it. And as you can see, here isn't any leverers, because this isn't leverer filler. This is button filler. You press this button and it will compress the sack. There is cheap, like really well weird metal bar in it. I think I could show it, because it just should fall out. Like this kind of metal bar. It goes here, and when you press the when you press the button, it compresses the sack. It's a really nice mechanism. Then to my favorite pens, which are these Faber-Castell and Osmia pens. Faber-Castell and Osmia have really complicated history, and I'm not going through that. But let's start with this one. This is my Osmia 973 in medium, and here you see this cap, because I keep my vintage pens like the piston is all the way like ready to fill. I like to keep them that way, that I knew what pens are empty and which are not, because as you can see here, they are quite similar looking ones. And this has also gold nib, which is really teeny tiny. I like this pen very much. It's one of my favorites because I have small hands. This is like perfect size for me. And I don't know about this pen very much because I didn't find it by googling it. Then we have I would call this similar looking pen. This is Faber-Castell 73. As you can see, there is 2 numbers, and other one has 3 numbers, and this looks like identical. And this is also empty. This is one of my newest one. I really got this recently, and I have to say, I'm not sure is this nib gold or steel. It has this Faber-Castell text and this Supra diamond thing, and this nib is smooth and it flexes like really well, and that's why I really doubt that it is steel nib, because it should be steel nib because there's only 2 numbers here and not G in here. Like all Faber-Castell and Osmia pens that have gold nib, they have 3 numbers, and this has only 2, so this should be steel nib. But for steel nib, this is really great, and I doubt that this would be steel nib. But I can see gold content thingy here, but I'm not sure. It may be deeper inside, so I don't want to take nib out because it works so perfectly that I could like misalling it. And this works. It's only recently cleaned. That's not thoroughly clean, so there is little blue left. But it's also a nice pen. And if you see some those engravings, these are from their previous owners and nothing to do with me. But I try to blur them out if they show in video. And this is Faber-Castell 884 in size M, which is medium. And this is one of my favorite pens also. It has this huge Supra nib. It's like huge. This is really flexible and it's gold nib. And these are really beautiful pens. It's piston filler. And I really love how it works. I also have an identical pen here. It's Faber-Castell 884 also, and it has this same kind of really big flexible Supra nib. And this is 2 in size medium. I often bought my pens from sellers that have known nothing about them, so I couldn't know that they are 2 similar models. But I really like those nib, and I think I'm gonna keep them both. Here is Faber-Castell Progress. This is 66G, and G here means it's gold nibbed. And it has this semi-hued gold nib that is really small. And this is currently empty. I doubt you can see that there is ink window, and just like this striped one. Faber-Castell and Osmia have often these really like patterned ink windows, especially in the older models. Here is my Osmia Faber-Castell 664. This is also piston filler and it has gold nib. And here is the ink window. And there is the piston turning knob. It's behind the blind cap. I really like this pen, but this has some seal issues. This originally had cork seal, but because I couldn't find replacement cork, I used O-rings, and they are worked okay, but not perfectly. But I'm that kind of person who really don't care if fountain pens do little leak, because these are old. This is also one of my older pens, almost same age as my Harrow ones. And this is quite nice and stocky pen. Also the nib is flexible. Often all Osmia Faber-Castell nibs are flexible. And this is my Faber-Castell Gentleman. This has no number, which really confused me at the beginning. And this is also really weird model. This doesn't look like the other pens. And it was really hard to Google because I didn't have this number here. And this cap clip is really weird. It goes here in top, not like the thing which is here, ring. And this is also large gold nib that says Faber-Castell and its gold content. This has ink window that is ripped. It's really different than other pens. Also, this is piston filler, but this filler mechanism has some really neat features in it. It's like pops out. First, I think this is vacuumatic like their sack, and this should be like pressed. But no, this is piston filler. It just pop out, and when I turn this piston knob, I doubt you can see, but here is the piston now. It's in the ink window. And this is really like a weird mechanism. But this pen has some issues. It can't suck in ink because the seal here is like it's not working anymore. And here is sad part. It's broken here. And often in Faber-Castells there is little like this one. Here is little like hole here. You can see it, but there is a little hole when the piston is all the way screwed. Here is a little hole where you can put like I use those paper clips things. Put paper clips here and like screw it out. It's a really convenient way to move pistons. But this one, I can see here there should be a hole and there's like half of it, but it's broken off and it's seen to the inside. And I couldn't disassemble this pen, so it's now not working. But I keep these like more valuable pens in my collection. I sometimes use them by dipping them in ink, or like using them that way. I like this pen can suck a little bit ink in it, but it couldn't keep it inside, it will leak out. So if I want to write it, I just fill this and write and then empty it and clean it out. So yeah, these were all my fountain pens that I have in use. I have some that I use as spare parts, but they are not worth of sewing. And thanks for watching and hope you see you in my next video. Bye!